Hey guys, Shadnee back with another process video for our For the Love of Crafting and Sharing collaboration hop. And this is our last month. We've made it one prompt every month for the whole year, which is kind of awesome. Today's prompt, we just kept it pretty open so that it was super easy and anything kind of goes, just kind of loosely winter or Christmas themed. And we had snow this week, which was rather awesome. And so I have lots of fun pictures from that. These pictures, we went out to my grandparents and sledded with and built a snowman with a couple of my cousins and my uncle. And so I wanted to just document this in these cute little photos. I have more pictures from this event. From this like outing in the snow, but these were kind of ones that weren't the greatest photos, but still helped document the memories. So first thing I did was I pulled out this solid pink pattern, not pattern paper. It's like pattern paper. It's printed that color, but I think it's Felicity Jane, but it isn't actual cardstock. It's like a different color on either side. But then that green, what's it called? Plaid, sorry. That green plaid is from the Hey Santa collection, and I just trimmed that down a little bit so that the edges would show that pink, and then roughed up those edges just a little bit and adhered that down. All of these snowmen came from the Hey Santa collection, one of the pattern papers, and I just sat and fussy cut all of them out of the pattern paper. I do have to cut a couple more out of another piece. Thankfully, I have the paper pad, so I had two pieces of it, of course. So I cut all of them out of one, and then I have to go back and cut just a couple out of the other sheet just because I could have fussed around and did some of the partial snowmen and tried to hide them underneath the photos, but I really just didn't want to deal with it. I just had a lot of fun just adhering them down and not really having to worry. So it was easier in the end for me just to go back and just cut a few more. So what I've done is I decided about how big I wanted my circle. I have a like a compass that you can like change the size of the circle, but just using like a plate or a bowl turned upside down would be great as well. And decided what size I wanted it. And actually, if you had a plate or a bowl instead, you could just lay it on there. You wouldn't have to cut out the paper. I cut it out and then centered it on the page and lightly adhered it just with a little bit of removable adhesive. And then that way I could take it off easily, and it would hold its place, but I could also take it off easily and move it whenever I'm done. So I've just gone around with all the snowmen. I went and did one layer with them kind of spread out, just adhered flat down onto the background. And then the next layer I used Stampin' Dimensionals just to adhere them up just a little bit. So here's where I'm going in and fussy cutting the last couple snowmen that need to be added. And I was going to tell you something and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I do, whenever I fussy cut them, I leave just a light little border of blue around the edges of them just to keep it where I don't have to be super careful with their arms or anything like that. It just makes them a little sturdier, and then it's a little easier to fussy cut. When you cut right up against the edge, it makes it kind of hard because then you have to be super careful about what you cut and how you cut it, and careful with their like little fragile bits like the arms and like the scarf pieces and like their hat pom-poms, stuff like that. But whenever you keep that little bit of a border, it you can't really tell in the photo. It makes them look like die cuts, since die cuts usually have that border around them. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward so you don't have to watch the rest of this part, but then we'll move on to the photos. Okay, so now we're back. That whole circle is done, and then I just lifted that circle, like the cutout circle, out of the middle of it. So you just are left with this nice smooth ring of snowmen all the way around, which is really, really cool. The photos, I printed them a little bit smaller than 3x4. They're like 2.5 maybe by 3-ish. And basically what I did was, when I pull them up on my phone, I use the print to size app on my phone to print all my photos so that I can make them a little bit smaller and print them with enough space to leave a white border. So I just made them a little bit smaller so I could fit 2 on a page, 2 on a 4x6. Oh, sorry. And then have enough room for that white border. I do mat them on just a little bit of this kind of light blue mint colored plaid paper. It was just a scrap that I had from another layout. And I just thought the blue would be a nice addition because it kind of mimics the blue outline on the snowman as well. And it just gives it a little bit more to the photos instead of them just being just plain with the white border. So I am trying to arrange these in here. I hate that I'm covering up some of the snowmen, but it's totally fine. We have plenty more that we can fussy cut if we need to fussy cut some more out. And then I'm just trying to kind of nestle these photos in so that they're not a straight all the way across kind of piece, but that they're kind of like roughly angled across. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So that one I adhered down flat, but the others I'm going to pop up on fun foam, or well, like this one I'm using Stampin' Dimensionals so that because of how the positioning of the snowman, I had to try to add the Stampin' Dimensionals where the photo didn't overlap the snowman, if that makes sense, because they already had the dimension under the snowman. Same thing on this side. I add fun foam behind where all the, not fun foam, the Stampin' Dimensionals, and these are like the bones of the Stampin' Dimensionals, what's left after you pull out all the hexagons. I have a lot of that I saved because of course it's useful, but I just haven't used it yet. So I just tried to make that pretty solid underneath where the photo's going to go, and then I will add the photo in there. Just like that. And then that last photo, because it's like kind of the better quality photo, it's very up close of India, and that one I will kind of make it the center, like the most prominent photo. It will be the one that's not, none of it's covered up. It's just right there in the middle, most prominent. So I have all my photos down. And then from here, we're going to go in and do some embellishing. This snowman is from the Snow and Cocoa collection. It's a completely different collection, but they are both crepe paper, so they do have a similar look and feel. So he will work out perfectly. And again, I just fussy cut him with a nice white border all the way around the edge. Anything like this that's super themed, I am trying to stop hoarding and just go in and just use it. Especially with super themey things, it's harder to get them on pages whenever you don't have as many. You can't just put it on any layout. It has to be like a certain theme or whatever. I'm really bad. I don't know if y'all know this. I am a self-proclaimed hoarder. I do it in my entire life. Just about everything. Like, I just know once I use all of it, I'm going to need it. Or once I get rid of it, I'm going to need it. So I just don't get rid of anything. And I've been really bad about hoarding scrapbook products. So I'm trying really hard just to go all out and just use my stuff, because I can't remember who it is that says that, but you can have all your stuff on a shelf and you're not seeing it, you're not looking at it, it's not serving its purpose. But once you get it in a layout, it makes it more special because it's preserving those memories as well as looking super cute and giving you all those happy feelings of adorable products. So we are trying really hard to use our products right now. I am going in and adding embellishing. I used some of my wood and epoxy buttons from my shop, as well as those little snowmen are from my shop as well. They're from the winter sprinkles set, and those will be linked below, but I'll go in also. I'm trying right now to figure out the title. I went and trying to figure out what letters I'm going to use for the title. I know what title I want, but trying to figure out the letters. And then I'm going to go in and use the Citrus Twist pink letters. So these are just like, they're very similar to the Paige Evans foam thickers. They are thinner, like not as dimensional, if that makes sense, but they stick really well. They're super cute. They come in a variety of colors. I don't think it was over Black Friday weekend. I think it was before that. I ordered a bunch of those just to have the different colors in those tiny alphabets or fonts. That's what I'm trying to say. And what the title I want to use is Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Of course, from, Frozen. And I'm trying to mentally figure out the placement for it. And it's hard. So I ended up writing it down so that I could look at it and decide what words need to go in what order and all that. So I'm trying to keep it where they're kind of about the same length. Each line is about the same length so that it just doesn't look weird or anything. And especially because these are those tiny little alphas, they work out pretty well and don't take up a huge amount of room for the title here, even though it's a super long title. And then after that, I simply just go in and do all of my embellishing. Usually on these foam alphabets, sorry, when I can't say thickers, my mind blanks because I'm so used to using thickers. So these Citrus Twist foam alphabets, usually on the tiny foam pieces, I will go in and add extra adhesive, but sorry, where the question mark is overlapping a photo, and at least with mine, I'm pretty sure it's for most people, but at least with my photos, the photo paper I use, whenever you adhere a sticker over photo paper, it does not come off. It just sticks. It's permanent. Like, just be happy that it is where it is. So I didn't really need the extra adhesive for the dot or the question mark because they do overlap the photo there, and so they stick really, really well. These are the puffy stickers from the Hey Santa collection, and I just pulled out a little bow right there and added it in that weird little space in the title. And then these right here are foam. They're cardstock printed stickers on foam. Like, they're already added to foam like you would get for like thickers or anything like that. They're from Hobby Lobby. They're just their brand. They're in the Christmas section. And they're super cute. They've got a little bit of foiling on some of them, but I just wanted to add the blue colored snowflakes in around the areas I'm going to be embellishing. I do have kind of 4 embellishment areas on this, 4 or 5 kind of, but I'm not doing the same thing in every single cluster, if that makes sense. I am still keeping in mind, I like to use things in 3s. I feel like it just keeps your eye moving around the page. It's not overwhelming. I mean, you guys know I like all the embellishments, so all of the embellishments are probably overwhelming for some people, but For me, if I limit how much of each kind of embellishments on the page, then it's not overwhelming for me. So I just go through and I'll use, oh, that's what I was saying. I'm mostly using 3 of each thing, but I'm spreading them out throughout the different clusters. So I don't have to have 5 of everything because I have 5 clusters of embellishments. So if that makes any sense. I keep saying that. I feel like I've said that a lot lately, if that makes any sense. So I'm sorry if that's annoying. And then these are some enamel pieces from Freckled Fawn. I wanted to use the aqua colored hearts, and then I realized I think there was only 2. Oh no, I see another one on the package now. Oh, maybe I used 3, but there was 1 or 2 left on the package. That's what it was. But I went in and added just a few of the dots as well. Those wood veneer snowflakes are from my shop, and I added just a couple of those on there. And then these little teeny tiny puffy, did I use the hearts? Yeah, the hearts are from Felicity Jane. And these I do go back later and use extra adhesive. They stick pretty well, but I just don't trust teeny tiny things to stick super well. So unless they're like really, really well stuck down, I usually go back in and add a little bit of adhesive, especially to things that are puffy. The tinier the puffy sticker, the less likely it is to, the less likely it is to stick to your page long term. So I just go in with my white Uniball Signo gel broad gel, white Uniball Signo broad gel pen, and add my journaling down here at the bottom. And then that's pretty much it for this layout. I think I go in, I add some little hearts around the page as well. So since this is all, please go down to the description of the video and check out all the links for all the awesome ladies that have videos up this month. And as of right now, we are not planning on doing it next year. But if that changes and Nicole changes her mind because she's the host, of course you will see more videos from me. Either way, you'll see more videos from me. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. When you're watching the other videos too, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Give all the love to all these awesome ladies because they work hard to do these videos for everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.